Hi, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Quick Book Talks. This week, we're going to be talking about romance books. So, Valentine's Day is next week, and I know that many of you are kind of thinking about, love and that romance novel. So, all three of the books that I chose for you this week are all with that like love or romance theme. Some have a bit of like a fantasy sci-fi, but some have more of a realistic feel. And all of the books that I'm going to be showing you today are on our Valentine's book display at the front of the library, so you can always check them out over there as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The first book I have for you this week is I Believe in a Thing Called Love. And this story is definitely realistic. It could happen anywhere, anytime, any high school. And it's about a girl who is definitely an overachiever. She tries her best at everything she does. She's usually very successful in everything like academically. She's really good at her sports that she plays, but where she falls short is with love. So she's trying to figure out what she can do to make her love life a little bit more successful. And what she turns to is these Korean soap opera dramas that she watches on the weekends. And she decides that if she could treat her real life like a Korean soap opera drama, then she might be able to find some love in her life and be able to meet that guy and have that relationship that she's always wanted. Definitely a lot of ups and downs, a lot about friendship, definitely focused on the romance. And if you're somebody that likes a story that's really realistic, you will definitely enjoy this one. The next book that I have for you this week is Matched. This is a dystopian book, so this is definitely not realistic. It's a story about in the future, scientists will be able to tell you who your perfect match in life will be. So instead of having this, romance of dating and finding that one person who you want to spend your life with, the story kind of sets off where the main character is getting to the point where they're going to be telling her who her match for life will be. She's already started to have her own feelings for somebody. And so the point of getting the match is exciting to her, but it's also kind of scary because she's not sure if she completely believes in the system that society has created around this. And she can't really deny the feelings that she has for someone else who is not her match. If you're somebody who likes stories that have a bit of like a love triangle to it, where the main character is kind of deciding the whole story, which way she's going to go, then you would definitely love this. If you liked Twilight in the way that you liked, Edward and Jacob and Bella and that whole thing, you would definitely like Matched. This is a series, so this is book one, and there's 3 in the series for you to read after this one, where the story will continue. But it's definitely has a lot of sci-fi elements, a lot of, technology and things like that. If you're somebody who likes those kind of stories where you have like that sci-fi element, you would definitely be drawn into the plot lines that way. The last book that I have for you this week is called Bad Romance. So, this is definitely not your traditional romance book because it's almost like an anti-romance, if that makes sense. This is about a girl named Grace, and she has this not great home life. Her stepdad is kind of like overbearing, and her mom definitely has some mental health things that she's working through. And as the story progresses, you find out that Grace just wants to get out. She wants to go to Paris. She wants to go to Hollywood. There's, no place that she doesn't want to go and explore. As the story then takes a turn, she meets a boy. And when she meets this boy, Gavin, they get into this like really hot and heavy, intense romance. And she falls for him. She thinks it's too good to be true. And as she finds out, it actually is. He's not the Prince Charming that she thought he was. And the relationship takes dark, dark turns. Then, as the story goes through, it does pick up at the end. And there's a really good upswing. But it is really difficult to get through, I would say, like the middle to the 3/4 mark. If you're somebody who likes dramatic stories, like you're not into so much like the rom-com romance, you're more into like that deeper, darker, little bit scary of a romance, then you would definitely enjoy this title. As always, if you need any of these books or any other recommendations, please come see me in the LRC. Until next week, adventures in books are waiting.